Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you'll like and learn something in this video and that you will subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you will know when my videos first come out. It is Friday, August the 8th, and this morning I'm working outside before temperatures rise to 100 degrees. You can see here that I zip tied very loosely my sugar baby watermelons to my trellis. There are 2 seedlings here, and there are 2 over here that I zip tied loosely to the trellis. It is very early in the morning. The sun hasn't risen yet, and I'm up under my little tent that I've made out of galvanized steel post and 8 feet trellises and 40% shade cloth. And with the watermelon, I put a few French marigold seeds. And I see one that I didn't cover up. Let's put it over here. I put some French marigolds over here with the sugar baby watermelons. I transplanted one of my fall tomatoes, which is a beefsteak. I've had it out here for 2 weeks. It was the weakest one to see if it would survive, and it did in 100-degree weather with a heat index sometimes up to 107. And I also planted some marigolds surrounding this beefsteak. Now, over here, I'm going to put in another tomato plant. This one is a celebrity. You can see I pre-dug the hole when I put it out here. I'm going to remove some of these lower branches, and then I'm going to dig a hole and put it right here. I'll be back. There is the celebrity tomato, and I had to mound the soil up real high because I accidentally bent that stem right in there. I think it was self-mend. I'll let you guys know later, but this was my weakest link. So if it doesn't survive, I won't be upset. Over here in this pot is some of the last okra that I planted. And since it's a fairly large size pot with 3 seedlings in it, I'm going to put some French marigolds all around it. These are seeds that I saved this year. Or 1/2 inch down, sprinkle them in. And you can do this the same day that you harvest your seeds, because you don't have to let marigolds dry all the way out. And you can see obviously where I put one in here earlier, right there. Here's another 5-gallon bucket that I'm growing 2 okra seedlings in. I think I'm gonna take this one out. It grows better with 1. So I just took this one out, and I have 1. That's eggplant behind it that you're seeing. So I'm going to sprinkle some more marigold seeds in here. I put them in this little mesh bag. When I'm collecting them outside, I just sit outside and just pull the stems, flowers off the stems, and now I'm just planting some. Just sprinkling a few in here. Just gonna put a few more right here, and I'll thin them out if I have to. Free seeds, everybody. Free seeds. It's rare for me to buy seeds unless it's something that I've never grown before, or I just want to try something different. In this 25-gallon container, I have 5 okra plants. Let me pan up so you can see them. Kind of crowded up in here. But that's okay, because in about another month, the shade cloth will come off once we get temperatures that consistently stay below 90 degrees. So I'm going to put some marigolds in here where I have this vacant space. And I'm also going to mulch all of these containers with straw after I take them out of the shade cloth. I'm going to rake up a little around in here, and I'm just going to put a few of my marigold seeds. The marigolds will keep the aphids away. Not all of them, but most of them. As you can see, I haven't had not one aphid infestation this year because I grew about 300 marigold seeds. Just sprinkle some seeds around here, guys. I'm always sprinkling seeds, even in the wintertime. Cover them up. They just need to make contact with the soil. My experience has taught me that marigolds and zinnias are one of the easiest plants to self-seed. So if they just drop down naturally in the soil and make contact and then they germinate, you know you don't have to put a lot of soil on it. And so when I water them with a little mist setting, the seeds won't move all the way around. I am very proud of my Texas star hibiscus, the red type. Remember guys, there were 3 seeds that I started in January that hadn't grown in this new location. And that was the Texas star hibiscus, the Mexican petunias, and I'll insert a picture, I don't have one blooming right now, of the datura bush type moonflower. So beautiful. You could take a tiny, tiny seed and grow it and it becomes flowers. Anywhere you see like so, that'll be a flower tomorrow, all of those. It only takes once you see it at that stage, it'll only take a day or 2 for them to open all the way up. I'm outside guys, and I'm on Bria, my camera lady, to pan around to let you see how well protected my garden is in this triple-digit temperatures. See you, baby? You're getting all around there, and go slowly, and go over there in that corner. So they can see. It's like tent city out here. Now come over here. I got an opening right here. You can keep videotaping. I just saw one of those cabbage moths. Bria, you might can lift this up. See if you can lift this up and get up under there. It's not gonna mess your hair up. And I just want you all to see. This is my Minnesota midget cantaloupe. You getting that real good there, sweetie? And I'm training them to go up the trellis. And you can see we got flowers here on the vines. And we'll be getting some Minnesota midget cantaloupe very soon. Look at that beautiful basil. And I have other herbs in here, marigolds and onion chives. Right here, sweetie. Right over here. I even put some okra under here. And that's a lot of bell pepper right there in front of me. Now, I want you to climb back up under the tent, Bria, and come over, or come right here. And right in here, Bria, this is where I'm propagating my strawberries. Okay, so what I do is when the runners get real long, I just push them down in some soil. Right here, I just move back some of the straw from the tulip and the daffodil bulbs and put them in here. And there's one right here, and it's rooted very good because I can't pull it up. So I'm gonna get my little trowel and I'm gonna dig them up and I'm gonna put them probably all in this pot right here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut these runners off where I had put them down in the soil. Did you get that where I cut it? And then I'm gonna take my little trowel. I need my little shovel, but I'm just gonna use this. And I'm gonna pick up that crown and I'm gonna put it over here. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna cut the runner from the mother plant. See right there, Bree, you got that close?
Yes.
I'm gonna cut that. And then I'm just gonna dig it up. And it's in there real good. I'm just gonna put it down right here because I'm gonna take it and put it up under the tent where I can get some shade. I brought the strawberries that I propagated. I made sure that they were in the soil without the crown going down in the soil. I'm watering them real good and I'm gonna keep them under the tent because it gets more shade over here. And I'm gonna water this one too. Galvanized steel post was in the way, gave it some good water. It'll do well. The corn is doing well. This is the first 2 25-gallon containers that I planted. And then a week later, I planted this one over here. So I succession planted it. So it all won't be ready at the same time. Guys, here are my cauliflower seedlings and my cabbage. They're looking good. There are some empty cells. I'm not worried about it. You can see one's getting ready to come up right there. And anywhere where I accidentally put 2 or 3, well, I didn't accidentally put 2 or 3. I put 2 in most of the cells and I probably accidentally put 3 here. But when they get the second set of leaves, I will fill in the spaces that I need to. For example, I will move one of these cauliflower, and that is snowball cauliflower. I'll move it over to here. I think that's the only one that is not showing any germination. Still, that's a good germination rate. Snowball cauliflower started on 8-3, and New Jersey Wakefield cabbage on 8-3. Now, let me show you how I have them under the light. So they are positioned up under the light about 2 to 3 inches. And as they continue to grow, I will drop the shoe boxes down to make sure that they're not too close to the light. Now, take a look at my tomato plants. Remember, I showed you 3 that I put outside. I have a fan right here on them to toughen them up, and since I'm doing that, I'm going to put, probably in this video, 3 more outside up under the shade cloth, and then I'll just keep 3 of them here until the temperatures get a little cooler. Now I'm gonna go outside and plant these, and I'll be back. I'm gonna take these 2 pots right here, and I'm gonna put 2 of my tomato plants in them. But I'm just shoving up some soil. I already topped these off last week when I pulled up the plants that were in here, and I'm going in real deep. And I'm going to take this beefsteak, and I want you to compare this beefsteak with that beefsteak over there. You see that one over there? It didn't grow that much, guys. I was out here in the shade. Look how tall this one is. This one grew much more under the grow lights, and they're starting to get a little wimpy, so I knew it was time for me to get them into some soil and put some nutrition on them. And Red, will you pan over there to that fan? And we got that fan right there. Move back so you can get it on a tripod so that it'll keep these tomatoes cool. So I'm just going to remove the beefsteak out of here, and you can see that root system. Look, you see all those roots? That's why it was starting to get a little wimpy inside. So I'm just going to take it and put it in here, and then I'm going to cover it up. That's all I'm going to do for right now. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'm moving some soil in here, just trying to let it go down kind of deep. And then I'm going to take the celebrity tomato, and let's look at the roots. See there? I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. That's why they were getting a little wimpy in the house. It was time for them to go outside. Normally, I wouldn't take them out for another couple weeks, but I got to do what I got to do, even if I have to put more shade on it. So I'm going to dig another hole right there, drop it down, cover it up. Push it down. Okay, that's the celebrity right there. We got to plant one more. And we're going to go around here where the beans were. Did you know you can grow okra and tomatoes together? Yes, they're excellent companion plants. So I'm going to take this Roma tomato over here in this 25-gallon pot. Well, I only have 3 okra, so I have a lot of room in here. And I'm going to dig this hole because I want it to go down deep. Can you see it?
Yes.
See the roots? That's why they were getting wimpy, because they're root bound. And we're going to put it deep in there. You got that there? And then we're just going to cover it up. Cover it up, press down. So it's 89 degrees. Bria's getting hot. I am too. So we're going to bring the shade cloth down, and we're going to take our fan. It's all charged up so that when it gets hotter today, it'll cool off that tomato plant. Say thank you for watching. You know I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now.